Welcome guys to another 12-12 AD battle with MidKnight Games Online. Here we have a special battle for you today. The first ever one-on-one battle that I ever played in 12-12 AD. This replay is an oldie but a goodie, and it's my first time checking it out here with you guys. So without further ado, let's check out this one-on-one battle between myself, Knight, with the Duchy of Lesser Poland, taking on TommyAC, who is controlling the Holy Roman Empire. Alright guys, let's take a quick look at the army compositions here. This is the Duchy of Lesser Poland, controlled by yours truly, Knight. We have the King's Bodyguard, as well as 4 heavy shock cav per team, besides any generals or other such units. These are the Polish Knights. For me, here is their captain on the horse. We have another unit of Polish Knights over here, a 3rd unit here, and a 4th unit here. It looks like I only have the 1 chevron on this 1 unit. Besides that, we do have some infantry. These are the swordsmen of Poland. They are the sergeants, medium melee sword infantry. 1 unit here and another unit here. We do have some spearmen. Looks like 6 units of spears with the colors of Poland on their shields. And this battle, if you can't tell yet guys, it is an early era battle, which means only 13th century armor. Those are the basically armor from the 1200s. The earliest unit that you can, or the earliest units that you can have in this game, 12-12 AD. And we do have 5 units of archer sergeants. Just kind of milling about here since I probably didn't know what I was doing quite yet, or just trying to reorganize my lines. It looks like 1 unit running this way and the other running that way. All right. Instills a lot of confidence in what's to come here in my first ever one-on-one battle. We do have 2 units of mounted crossbowmen, some kind of a mounted skirmisher unit, and they're going to hide out in this patch of forest here, which is between the 2 armies. All right, let's take a look at the opponent, TommyAC, controlling the Holy Roman Empire, an old rival of the Kingdom of Poland and the Polish duchies during that time when Poland was fragmented. Here he is, the Holy Roman Emperor, and his knights, the knights of his bodyguard. And he does also have the max of 4 heavy shock cavalry for this game, and he has some gold chevrons on his guys, which is what I probably would have done now looking back. If I were to play this battle again, is put some gold chevrons on the heavy shock cav. That will always help you in a battle, guys. 1st unit of Imperial Ritter, the Imperial Knights, and the 2nd unit also with gold chevrons. And here is their captain, just a terrifying looking knight. And the lesser experienced Imperial Knights over here, very cool looking captain as well though, with no chevrons on these 2 units, all of them being used up. They do cost gold on the other 2 units. Now he has 6 units of sword infantry, the Brabanzinen, some of which have, looks like, single-handed axes, and the others with single-handed swords. And all of which have some type of shield. And you can see both variations, the small round shields as well as the larger shields. Sort of the inverse, I guess, of my lineup here with his 6 swords and 2 spears, whereas I had 6 spears and 2 swords. Here are his spear units. These are the Brabanzinen spearmen. And then he does have some ranged units as well. So these are the archers, and it does look like he actually brought 14th century archers. So that is interesting. I didn't know he did that at the time. Another detail I missed, and more units of those. So he does have some high arrow archers. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. I do think their shot may be a little stronger. They do a bit more damage here with their arrows. Yeah, a bit better quality steel in that century or something. But, so 4 units of 14th century archers, and then a sergeant crossbow unit. And this is also smart in a land battle to bring crossbowmen, guys. Because without any buildings in the way, with clear line of sight, they can do a lot of damage, more than the bows. And whereas my army did have 2 of the sergeant crossbows that were mounted, and his did not, he does have something that Poland sorely lacks, and that is good shock infantry. So he brings 2 units of that, whereas I did not have any.
Everybody's scared. Don't worry. Fight. It's not us I'm worried about. Everybody's scared.
And here they are. These are the axe sergeants with some mean-looking 2-handed axes, guys. And here is their commander. He means business.
Any man who runs.
So they're moving in. That's it for the army comps, guys. We're going to hit fast forward to try to get these 2 armies to meet. But as we can see from the top view here, the Holy Roman Empire is moving into this patch of forest, which is separating us. And it looks like my 2 mounted skirmisher units, the mounted sergeant crossbowmen, or mounted crossbowmen rather, are hanging out in the forest, and they are invisible, at least for now. That's what that little symbol means. And the Holy Roman Empire is going to send in some knights to scout the forest as his infantry catches up to the Emperor's bodyguard. So let's take a look here from the top. Can't see much from the top, guys, so we're just going to duck in with them. And he's sending the 2 units with gold chevrons to the left to scout this patch here of forest. And the smart thing he's doing here for the Holy Roman Empire is he is walking his knights, so you can see they're still fresh. Those horses can walk all day and they won't be tired. But if you do gallop them, they're going to get exhausted pretty quickly. His other 2 units are heading sort of close to where my hidden units are. So I wonder if he's going to take this little foresty path down to the end, or if he's just going to maybe rest his knights for a minute. And it looks like he might just be coming to the edge of the forest here. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to rest them rather than go take this path. At least for now. And that unit already fresh. This one's still active, but probably going to get fresh pretty quick. So at this point, you don't really see your enemy. His units are hidden as well. I can only see them because this is the replay. But in game, you don't see them. And there's the Holy Roman Emperor and his infantry now entering the forest. We'll fast forward just a bit here, guys, as the infantry slowly makes its way through the forest. All right, guys, and he is sending his knights through this left side here to make sure that it is deserted. And he's doing the same on the right, and that is not good for my mounted crossbows. See, am I going to see that in time? That's the question. And yes, I do see it.
It's an ambush!
And they pull out. And those units back to being hidden. Alright guys, so no surprises are going to work here. We're going to have to fight this the hard way. And try to take on this pretty experienced player here, TommyAC. TommyAC just rearranging his infantry, getting his archers right behind some melee infantry units. And again, those archers, 14th century by the looks of them, as well as just simply by hear what it's stating when you highlight them, high era archers. They're going to have a little bit of an edge on the 13th century archers. But here we go, guys. His infantry is making a move. They are fresh and rested. And they're going to be moving in here against the Kingdom of Poland, against the Duchy of Lesser Poland. So here we go, guys. And it does look like his cav is making some feints here, forcing my archers back. And now the infantry moving a little quicker. Some arrow fire from both sides coming in. But the armor here holding up. No kills from what I can tell. And now the German arrows have a chance. But there's a cav charge.
Hidden troops.
And he will try to pull him back because of the infantry that's too close in support of the cav. And we'll lose a few knights doing so. So he charges back in. The Brabanzanen are charging into the sergeants as well. And we have cav moving around the sides. The 14th century archers letting, and a nice charge on a cav unit here as he fires at the general with 14th century arrows. However, his spear unit's in good support with shock infantry on this cav unit. And a charge into spears. Oh my goodness. I mean, to be fair, it did seem to work. The spears weren't set. They lost half their unit and are wavering. Some nice action here, guys. The swords running into the spear wall. Here are some German knights swooping around the battlefield. Let's ride with them. But now they're going to hold here. And they're swooping around here, around the edge, around the flank of the Polish army. More knights here
Throw down their weapons and are fleeing.
with a charge, a depleted knight unit. And these 14th century archers are laying down some fire, guys, but now they're being advanced. And a knight unit here causing havoc on the back of the Polish lines, although a spear unit has managed to flank these Brabants in. Here we go, guys, more cav action. Now we are riding with the Polish knights.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
And a nice charge, however, it goes into two different knight units, and that's a 2-on-1 here. Some more cav supporting. We have infantry running in with these sergeants. And this cav may get stuck in the spear line. That is not good. We do have this mounted crossbow unit here, flanking around the side. They may start to fire on the flank of these axe sergeants with a couple of kills here. Now these Imperial Knights, very weakened, are trying to charge in here. They don't quite have the momentum. Breaking out of one melee into another, and they're getting pelted, guys, by 13th century Polish archers. We have the Polish general now committed, and this is not good, guys. So the Polish knights are throwing themselves into this mad melee, and there he is right in the center of our screen with that crown on his head. The Duke of Poland. See if we can find him again. Here he is. The Duke of Lesser Poland, surrounded by German knights. Let's go into cinematic view, guys.
Run from the enemy! This is shameful!
Alright. Mad action all over the battlefield here. The 13th century swords are breaking here. This one Chevron unit holding its own with 37 kills. And you have the crossbows now finally with line of sight firing away at those spears, and the archers are going to work here, guys. These archers in loose formation, though, are able to absorb a little more damage. And we have archer units firing away at these men with the double-handed axes. The shock are very powerful, but they don't have shields. And they will catch this spear unit in the flank and get a good number of kills here. Now the Holy Emperor himself charging in against the Duke of Poland. The Duke of Lesser Poland, his unit is weak, and it has been fighting
and running for their lives.
And that looks like the general.
Our general has died at enemy hands.
Fallen. The Duke of Lesser Poland, guys. His unit, his rest of his bodyguard is still fighting. Now some more Polish knights being thrown in to this mad melee against the Holy Roman Emperor and his bodyguard of knights. Who wants it more? And fire arrows from the German side to break the Polish forces, who already have suffered a morale penalty due to the loss of their general. But the German cav, some has rallied down here, some is still stuck up in melee, so he has no support. And the Polish cavalry is circling in, and they will target the Holy Roman Emperor's bodyguard to try to get even. And a nice big charge here. Cinematic view, guys. Both sides are now being pelted by arrows from both sides. And it looks like the Holy Roman Emperor is wavering. His bodyguard is wavering, guys. And are they breaking? Yes, they are. Can they rally? no. They can't. He's now broken and shattered.
The general has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer.
All right, and these cavalry now are charging into
Our men flee the field of battle.
to the 14th century archers, and they are breaking them. And that was a close victory, guys. Wow. I think lots of mistakes here on my side. Some crucial ones also by, or at least some that were exploited by my opponent, but hats off to a great game. Definitely close. Whenever you lose your general, you know it was a very close and competitive game. Huge amount of fun for me to play, though. I still remember this battle. It was just a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And we'll see you next time with some more 1212 AD replays and action.